Whyte, man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, looking for a job recruiter, somebody can help you find a job. National Job Recruiter, King Kwame Services. They got you, all right? For $100, you can get a cover letter, resume, reference page, job application, scheduling of interviews. Anyone 16 and up, and they're going to get you a job for sure, okay? So they work one-on-one with you to make sure you find employment, whether you're new to the job market or you're changing careers. You can find them at kingkwameservices@gmail.com, King Kwame Services on Instagram, kingkwameservices.com, or 917-960-9806. So looking for a job, hit them up. Information description. All right, fans are calling for Dillian Whyte to take on Deontay Whyte after Whyte plummels and walks through Alexander Povetkin. But first, Jermall Charlo gets to talking about Caleb Plant. Let's talk about that. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out the boxing news playlist. The boxing news playlist, heavyweight playlist, and all that stuff. But check out the Boxing Insider. They got it. They got podcasts on Apple, on Spotify. They got Boxing Inside Radio. So check out their website for all that info. And they got what's trending too. We get to one of their trending topics later. Okay. But Jermall Charlo has made it no secret that he is interested in trading fists with former WBC super middleweight champion David Benavidez. Although he currently campaigns one weight class higher, Charlo hasn't backed down from his claim that he will not only move up in weight to face Benavidez, but also he will cause serious damage to him if their contest does, in fact, become reality. While Benavidez is the main target, Charlo, 31-0 with 22 knockouts, will have no issue with making a slight detour after taking a closer look at the super middleweight division. The Houston native is under the impression that while a matchup with Benavidez would end in a knockout victory, the beating he would dish out to him wouldn't compare to the one he would do to IBF title holder Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant don't want no smoke with me, said Charlo during an interview with Brian Custer on the last podcast. I'll put that boy right back in Tennessee. He said, okay, let me go back. I'll weigh in about 162, 163 and beat Canelo, but stop playing with me. He's too small for 68 anyway. I'm down for whoever, but my whole thing is that's an interesting matchup because they struggle versus slick southpaws. We ain't really seen Charlos against slick slick orthodox fighters, but I mean, at the same time, he supposed to believe he's gonna win, but then again, ain't nobody talking about you and Caleb Plant. We talking about you fighting David Benavidez, man. And maybe he'll target Caleb Plant because he got a belt, but you know, he just all over the place. You know, if David Benavidez don't have nothing to offer, Demetrius Andrade, who had a belt, according to Ronnie Shields, his trainer, and had nothing to offer, then what Caleb Plant got to offer? He just talking, bruh, because no time soon he gonna put hands and get in the ring with Benavidez or Caleb Plant, especially because they probably not gonna have titles until Canelo Alvarez upgrade the belts to the franchise belt. So maybe they get a chance at the Super WBA, the IBF, and the WBO, one of those belts. I think he's not gonna defend all 4 belts because of the sanctioned belt body. But like I said before, man, he just talking. He talking himself here because you talking about at US 60, you want people to do a catch weight. Why, if I'm a champion and Caleb Plant, why, if I'm a former 2-time champion, 3-time champion, whatever David Benavidez is, why we do a catch weight? Why don't you come on up? You talking about you would jump to 75? He just talking. And a lot of that talking gonna make him lose a lot of respect from fans. So next time he get into some type of contest about who ducking or not, they gonna bring up him ducking David Benavidez, him ducking Demetrius Andrade. He did an interview with Brian Custer. At one point, he said he'd fight Demetrius Andrade before he fight David Benavidez. But then again, there's rumors you coming back versus Montiel. And Montiel ain't that good at all. So, I mean, why you just couldn't fight Demetrius Andrade? You know, people said, well, they consider ducking signing a contract. I consider ducking avoiding a fight. Fuck a contract. PBC don't get contracts done until the weigh-in. Sometimes you hear that. So at the end of the day, ducking is avoiding the fight. Well, I'm gonna do this, and you talking about you fight David Benavidez, calling out Caleb Plant, and then you fuck around and fight Montiel, who ain't shit. when you had Jaime McGuire was a better opponent, you had Triple G who didn't want to fight you. They still in negotiations to try to rid of Marana Demetrius Andrade. He clearly avoiding Demetrius Andrade. Even though most fans think he beat Demetrius Andrade, but he know he can't hit a moving target. Or he got problems hitting a moving target. Look at Korobov did. And a lot of people think Korobov won that fight. So, no, if you gonna call out people and not fight them, and you're not gonna fight the best champions of the division, why should the fans believe in him? You know, he turned down Canelo fight, I heard. He got offered $15 million. Golden Boy said something else, but people at PBC said he got offered a little bit more. He going around here like he bad and tough, but you ducking fights in your own division. He was trying to fight Chris Eubanks Jr. He ain't had no title. You know, Montiel. At one point, I thought Eubanks and Jermall would be a badass fight, but at this point, Eubanks done regressed so much, ain't nothing to prove. You know? But he called out Caleb Plant. That'd be a good fight. You know, people think Caleb Plant's soft because all he do is move, but Caleb Plant master going forward. He gonna be a better fighter, but maybe Charlo too big, too strong for him. But he moved awfully a lot. If you cut the ring off on that guy and make him fight, it'd be interesting to see what type of character inside the ring he got if he got to blow fire. Because he moves too much. And no wonder his mouth be open, breathing hard. You can't, no matter what you weigh, you can't condition to move all night. You know, if he sit there and he get guys out there and press forward, he'd be a better fighter. A lot better fighter for it. But, I mean, it is what it is, man. Because Charlo's resume is stronger than Plant, but you have to see. But apparently, fans was clamoring for Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte. Like Eddie Hearn said, he DM'd Dillian Whyte. Deontay Wilder said he'd never get that fight, but that make a lot of sense for Deontay Wilder to make that fight happen. Even if they had to go to Gibraltar, they had to go overseas and make it happen. You know, and Eddie Hearn, you know, the zone got the money. I'm pretty sure Scott got the money. Why not? Why not, as Deontay Wilder, put yourself in position to be Tyson Fury mandatory? Tyson Fury dropped the belt to get upgraded to franchise champion. Now you be a two-time world champion. That's my thing about it. So I don't understand why Deontay Wilder didn't want to fight. I know why he didn't want to fight Dillian Whyte. It wasn't that Dillian Whyte was a threat with his hands. It was that Dillian Whyte was with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn wouldn't give him the Anthony Joshua fight, which turned out to be a lie. When he tweeted out about Tyson Fury, how AJ offered him more money to fight than Tyson Fury. So he was guaranteed $30 million to fight Tyson Fury. So I wonder what AJ and them offered. Was $35, $40 million guaranteed? But at the end of the day, he ducked that fight. And his fans don't want to believe that he ducked that fight, but he did. So it ain't really nothing we can say about it. So you can't blame on Eddie on no more when you reveal yourself that Eddie offered you more money to take on AJ 1 and fight Tyson Fury 2. That's on you. Care how much pride I had in fighting Tyson Fury, how much man of a word I'm gonna be. Tyson Fury turned down the original fight, the original rematch. So I don't feel bad. Deontay Wilder team just moved funny, or he just made the bad decisions, man. But you know, Dillian Whyte is a sucker for a right hand. Dillian Whyte ain't no 6'4". Dillian Whyte more like 6'2", 6'1". You seen next to Alexander Povetkin. So you know, Povetkin couldn't really pull the trigger with the overhand right, but I think Deontay Wilder get his right hand in. But we know what type of character Dillian Whyte got come back from a knockout. He been knocked out a couple times, but we don't know what Deontay Wilder mind is that. You know, we ain't heard from Deontay Wilder in a while. You know, people presume that he in the lab getting it done and putting them hands together and working on his craft. But we don't know what type of character he got to come back after the loss as a professional. You know, if he come back business as usual, come back around the same thing, same mindset, he'll beat Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte too sloppy, get out of position. All Deontay Wilder has to do use that jab, which he don't like to use it. Use the jab, be patient, and the right hand to come. He'll knock Dillian Whyte clean the fuck out. So why not go take easy money, go overseas or wherever they want to do it, and fight Dillian Whyte on his own? Obviously, he didn't want to fight Charles Brown because they said it wasn't enough money in it. You know, he wanted a certain amount of money, but pretty sure Eddie Hearn can give him a good payday with Dillian Whyte wherever they want to fight in the UK. But I don't understand why he don't want to fight Dillian Whyte. I understand why Tyson Fury didn't want to fight Dillian Whyte. AJ did as a prospect. It ain't no hard fight, bro. He's sloppy. He's short. He's stubby. Why not get him up out of there? But, you know, for whatever reason, Deontay Wilder going to hold grudges between fighters and promoters. You know, if he don't come back, he don't come back. But Dillian Whyte gonna have to wait at least a year until he get a shot. But they said that Chisora said a while ago he turned down to fight Anthony Joshua when he fought Andy Ruiz's replacement. So he already turned down three belt unification bout, and that's on him, man. So can't really feel too bad for him when you turn it around, when you turn it down unification bouts, 3 belt ones at that. So especially when Andy Ruiz came in and did the job. But you know, if Andy Ruiz and Wilder can't fight, why not Andy Ruiz go over there and fight for the interim belt versus Dillian Whyte? We'll see how he look when he come back. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have business, question, card, response, or video requests. All my social media links description. Twitter's the fast way, and Facebook and Instagram. We also got a Facebook group link there as well too. That's in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well too. Best way to donate, share the video. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Good Fellas Sports TV. We go. Peace.